And here at 11:20, as we do come on the air with you a little late tonight after Monday Night Football, we still have a mostly clear and chilly evening right now shaping up on our live camera from Jeffersonville, looking back at downtown Louisville this hour. But starting tomorrow morning, we do have some rain moving into Kentuckiana, so we are giving you a weather impact alert about that tonight. Hi, everybody, and thank you very much for staying up late for the WHAS 11 night team. I'm Doug Proffitt. Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell is joining me right now, and you're able to track some of that rain right now on our live radar, Mallory.
That is right, Doug. And in fact, we have some moving into Indiana as we speak. Now, what we're seeing here in the Kentuckiana side of things, still have some dry air in place. Spotty showers can't be ruled out overnight, but really that rain picks up throughout the day on Tuesday. And you can tell our rain chances over the next several days peaking on both Tuesday and Friday of this week. So looking a lot more active around here as we carry on throughout the rest of your work week. It was a quiet Monday. Clouds are beginning to increase. Some spotty showers are possible overnight, and you can tell off and on showers and some embedded thunderstorms are expected throughout the day on Tuesday. Another wave arriving late, really morning into the early afternoon, and then that last wave rolling through by the evening hours. A few of these storms could be on the strong side, so that's something that we'll be watching closely, and we'll break down more details on this as we carry on into our 7-day forecast. Doug.
Mallory, thank you. We also begin with some late updates for you at the moment. Just when you think one road construction project is ending around here, you're right, another one is starting. And you're watching here all around me our exclusive brand new video recorded today from our Sky 11 drone. This is I-71, and this was day one out of the gate for the massive 2-year-long I-71 widening project. Now we want to give you a live look happening at this hour. The construction work is already underway. Look at the far right of your screen, folks. That's the construction crews. They're on the side there. They've got one lane open. The lane on the right side there, though, is blocked, and they've got some orange cones up. This is I-71 from our Trimark cameras tonight. This is right near Frankfort Avenue, looking to Zorn Avenue, the northbound side. This is the $50 million construction project now underway on I-71 that will increase capacity from 4 lanes to 6 wide lanes. Construction will be at the I-65 and 71 interchange here near downtown, again right near Frankfort Avenue, up to the Zorn Avenue interchange. Crews started working tonight at 7 p.m. and right now they are overnight lane closures that'll happen until 5 a.m. tomorrow, and that's going to be repeated again tomorrow night, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. And more closures to tell you about. Starting tomorrow at 9 a.m., the I-65 South to I-64 West ramp near the Kennedy Bridge is going to be closed until December 15th. KYTC says this is all part of the expansion joint replacement project that is happening on the Kennedy Bridge. Once this closure is finished, crews will transition to the next phase of the project that has not yet been determined. Well, tomorrow, for the very first time since the UPS plane crash 2 weeks ago in Louisville, the president of UPS Airlines will be appearing in public here in Louisville. So far, the company has only issued statements through social media posts and video message. Tomorrow morning, UPS Airlines President Bill Moore will be joining Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg at his weekly news conference. The main topic will be an update on the UPS plane crash. Joining them will be Louisville Metro Emergency Services Executive Director Joni Myman, the MSD Director Tony Parrott, and Liz Pratt from LG&E. Coverage tomorrow on WHAS 11 News and WHAS11.com. Also tonight, the mayor announcing that the Louisville Orchestra this week is holding a free tribute concert to honor the lives lost in the UPS Flight 2976 tragedy. The mayor saying nobody in our community should go through this alone. It's going to be this Thursday night, November 20th at Whitney Hall at the Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts on Main Street. Doors open at 6 and the music starts at 7. The concert is free and open to the public. The city is also providing free parking for the concert in the Park Riverfront parking garage. That's at 141 North 6th Street. By the way, you must register to get that free ticket to attend, and go to our website, WHAS11.com, and just click the Links Mentioned tab. Now to another major developing story tonight. We are talking big cuts, including job cuts, coming to JCPS. Tonight we learned that includes positions eliminated in the district's central office. WHAS 11 team's Alex Dederer and photojournalist Levi Hammer also report on how your tax dollars could help them get there.
Unfortunately, this is not an industry, these are kids.
The JCPS Revenue Task Force is left with 3 taxing options to help the district out of its $132 million hole. including cuts to the JCPS central office.
The decisions ahead are going to be difficult because some central office positions will be eliminated, unfortunately.
But the school board is also looking to raise money from you through possible utility taxes, property taxes, and the nickel tax.
Which is a form of property tax, but dedicated specifically for facilities improvement. A nickel would be recallable, a utilities tax would be recallable, and any raise in the property tax over and above 4% would be recallable.
If recalled, meaning 5,000 voters signed a petition, the tax would be on the November 2026 ballot for Jefferson County voters.
We're not going to continue to fill our classrooms with teachers without something recallable at some point. I don't know if that's in November 26. It may not be, but at some point in the future, we're going to have it.
The task force is making the recommendation to the board, but said they can't make a sound decision until the more than $100 million cuts for next year's budget are made public.
So at the end of the day, there's demonstration by the district that we're doing what's necessary to right the ship before we even ask for more money.
Dr. Yearwood announced that the district is 85% complete in finalizing the $132 million reduction plan. The superintendent said that cuts are through three primary targets: reducing and restructuring contracts, minimizing positions in the central office, and closing or consolidating schools.
The decisions are difficult. The decisions are complex and consequential. Unavoidable.
The budget includes shrinking the deficit by $132 million. It will be given to the board in January.
Will include a clear and transparent rationale for every major reduction, and it will also serve to prevent future imbalance because we are redesigning our systems to strengthen fiscal discipline.
Once the budget is made public, the task force has until May to recommend a tax increase to the school board. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS11 night team on your side.
The budget will be presented at the January 20th JCPS school board meeting. Looking ahead now, tomorrow JCPS will also be deciding the fate of the attendance boundaries for Echo Trail School. Overcrowding is pushing JCPS to rethink the boundary lines of who can attend that school. The new Echo Trail Middle School at the Parklands of Floyd's Fork is already at 114% capacity. It's overcrowded. The district wants to redraw the boundaries and send some of those students over to Crosby Middle School in Middletown. JCPS board member James Craig says a productive conversation is needed.
Historically, these have happened on consent. We're pulling it down because there's been more focus on it here lately, and we just want to have a healthier discussion about it to let folks know that we have considered all possible angles.
A JCPS board member says while rezoning is not easy, it is the cheapest option as JCPS faces a big budget deficit. JCPS school board meets tomorrow night at 6 at the Van Hoos Education Center with this issue top of mind. Now to a problem of ATVs. Police and neighbors say they've been plaguing the backyards and city parks of the south end of Louisville. LMPD has seen an increased presence of ATVs and vehicles that are not street legal, causing major issues in Louisville, especially the southwest areas. A new ordinance to tackle the problem has been drafted by the Metro Council member Crystal Bast. You can see right here photos of the ATVs sent to us by Councilmember Jonathan Joseph, who backs the new ordinance. People report ATVs tearing up their backyards and the public parks. The legislation would make it easier for LMPD to enforce the laws, allowing them to use drones and conduct blitz operations. ATVs can be dangerous to pursue in traffic. Councilmember Joseph says it's a matter of common sense and safety.
When you drive down this road, you've got to wear a seatbelt in your car that is protected by airbags. When you're on a four-wheeler, many times at tops you have a helmet on. And so you can't convince me that if a car were to, God forbid, hit a four-wheeler or a dirt bike, that it's going to be that there's a huge safety issue there.
Joseph hopes the legislation is up and running before the spring when ATV season begins. Also happening here tonight, Louisville Metro government has been taking several initiatives to curb violence in neighborhoods, from community discussions to an intervention program. WHAS11 night team's Jose Alonso and photojournalist Gabrielle DeGeorge tell us more.
A fourth community violence prevention discussion held at the Goodwill West Louisville Opportunity Center continues the conversation between Metro government, organizations, and residents on how they can prevent crime.
People just don't wake up and say, I'm going to shoot somebody today.
Louisvillians attending Metro Councilwoman Tammy Hawkins and Councilman Ken Herndon's monthly discussion.
I think we have a fine, safe community myself, but we got a lot of work to do because there's a lot of kids growing up and choosing, making bad decisions sometimes.
Aside from this meeting, the Metro Office of Violence Prevention is partnering with Goodwill to curb violence within neighborhoods before it escalates through the Community Violence Intervention Program,
where we have violence interrupters. And what this means is we have credible messengers that are able to intervene in conflict before it results in an act of violence.
This program is focusing on targeted areas within Algonquin, Newburgh, Taylor Berry, Russell, and now includes the California neighborhood. It's where we met Christian Price and his son Chief, who just moved into the area.
It's things out here that may scare some people, or make some people like, oh, I don't want to go over there. You know, they got this going on, they got that going on. But it's just all about, adjusting to the environment, adjusting to, the people.
The Office of Violence Prevention says their mission goes beyond just establishing these sites.
We also have the ability to connect high-risk individuals to resources and supports. And this effort inside of these 4 community violence sites that we had the first half of 2025, we saw a reduction in violence by 62%.
Price believes it's a good idea.
It starts at home. The actions at home is going to be what your children or your loved ones are going to bring outside to the community.
Metro government is showing these methods are starting to pay off. In West Louisville, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 Night Team on your side.
Both council members say they plan to host another community discussion next month and invite the residents to continue participating. Louisville Metro Council kicking off its 3rd annual citywide food drive today. The drive is with the Association of Community Ministries to collect non-perishable foods at several drop-off sites throughout the city. They say every little bit counts. If you're unable to drop off a donation, cash donations are welcome through ACM's website. For a full list of drop-off locations, go to this story on our website at WHAS11.com. On the night team, someone made a false emergency report about a Republican Indiana senator, and the SWAT team raced to his home. How his position on the White House-backed redistricting effort for Indiana may have been the catalyst.
And here's a check of today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $50 million. Powerball, $570 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, funding education for over 1 million Kentucky students.